poking the fork into the chicken so we lose all the juice.
Oh, is that why you weren't allowing me to?
That's right.
I had a condo midtown, and I was ready to downsize, or right size as I call it. It was more space than I needed, and I was paying more for a mortgage than I wanted to be paying as my business kind of slowed down a little bit.
What else do we have to chop up?
That's it.
I retired from the University of Arizona in 2005, just after I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Everything came to a head when I took a very bad fall one night. I realized that I needed to find somebody to live with who had a commitment to me. And I know that if I were to go to assisted living, I couldn't get the quality of care that I'm getting by staying home.
I think there are a lot of people my age who are making lifestyle changes based on financial circumstances. We're trying to anticipate the fact that we may live a heck of a lot longer than we thought.
That looks great.
Does, doesn't it?
If you two were on an even footing, who do you think would be the better cook?
I think that Deb would be the better cook.
Are you just saying that to be polite because she's sitting behind you?
Yes, I'm thinking, what would be the consequences if I said that I was the better cook and I didn't like what I saw?
Sharon was telling a friend about her need for somebody to move in, and my friend Mert happened to say, I think I might know somebody who's interested. Very good.
And Deb called me that very same night, and there was a connection between us.
The day I'd been here for the first time, she said, well, what is it you're really looking for? And I said, intimacy.
And I was a little alarmed because I didn't know what that word meant to her. And when I asked her, she said, it's being on the inside looking out rather than being on the outside looking in. That was a profound statement. One of the first tests of our relationship came when the moving truck pulled up in front of my house and unloaded her furniture. And I thought surely she would see the superiority of my coffee table to hers.
A dear friend of mine had made it, and I was very attached to it, and I thought it would look perfect in the living room.
I realized that I could win this battle because it was my house, and I could do whatever I wanted, and I could end up in an assisted living facility with my coffee table wedged into my other belongings. And I decided right then that no piece of furniture was more important than the relationship.
Some of the activities that Sharon and I enjoy doing together are coffee on the patio, watching the birds.
There's something about watching the wind and the leaves that just calms me down.
Sometimes I'm concerned that she spends too much time on the computer, playing solitaire, playing mahjong. I do my fair amount of solitaire and mahjong, too.
I try to tell myself that there's some intellectual value in doing this, and I haven't come up with a believable reason yet. I would say to somebody considering this, don't just say I want someone to keep me from being lonely. You have to think of exactly what you want. If you just guess at it, it's a very squishy target, and you won't necessarily know when you've hit it.
My advice would be to talk about things like, who are you as a person? You know, could we possibly have a life together? What would that look like? Some of my friends looked at me and they said, you're crazy. You're going to be burdened with this. This is not going to be good for you. On the contrary, they now say it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I haven't been as happy since I moved in with Sharon. How cool is that? Hi. How are you?
This has definitely been one of the great experiences in my life, and it came at a time when I thought I would have no more great experiences to look forward to. And so Deb's presence in my life has been such a gift.